Hey everybody. Today I just wanted to talk about co-parenting. Now in the Bible, you're supposed to find the right one, marry, have kids, and go on. But sometimes even that ends up in a co-parenting situation. So I just wanted to speak on co-parenting because I see a lot of people doing it wrong. And I can say that because I did it so wrong. I admit it every day to myself. Girl, you did that so wrong. It was horrible. It was awful. But I mean, you can't go back. You gotta move forward. That's what I have to tell myself every day. You can't go back. You gotta move forward. But a lot of times when I see people arguing the same argument I done had, and I'm like, I just wish I could pull you to the side and tell you what you're doing. You're not hurting him. You're not hurting her. Bringing another boyfriend in the picture, bringing another girlfriend in the picture, trying to put each other down. It's not hurting the other person. It's hurting each other at the moment. But the person that's really going to hurt later on down the line for the longest, it's a child. Because you might be like, God, I wish you just go away forever. I did that. Yeah, I did it. But it's like, okay, he goes away, she goes away, whoever going away goes away. And your child is asking those difficult questions. Where's mommy? Where's daddy? Why they don't come around no more? What is it? Then I hate to think, is she thinking it's her fault? Like, this person used to come around and get me and see me, and now it's not, so what did I do? You never really know what's going on in a child's head. A child may have seen the arguments and may remember them and say, well, it's your fault. Maybe whatever the case may be, you just don't want to put yourself in that place where later on down the line you have to regret it. I have to regret the arguments. I have to regret the intense moments. I have to regret the anger outbursts, the just trying to pick. We all make choices. Sometimes we make choices we regret. And sometimes we can correct our choices and sometimes we can't. Sometimes we just have to live with them. Who? Woo. Oh, which way do we really want to go? But I see these couples and they be fighting and they're not fighting but arguing over little stuff. Well, it wasn't your day and you didn't come on your day, so I don't want to talk to you now. Or it's just so many different arguments. And first off, you can't force anybody to spend time with a child. If they don't want to spend time with a child, they're not going to. Second of all, you can't think just because you wanted the way you wanted that it has to go that way. Because it's not just two people in the situation, it's three. Or however many kids it is in the situation. It's more than two people. So what I want, what you want, it ain't about what we want. It's about what's best for the third party. And I just wish I can just reach out to the moms and the dads that are arguing over the little nonsense just because I can arguments. If it ain't abuse, if he's taking care or she's taking care of the child, keeping them, what I mean by taking care, keeping them clean when they with them, feeding them when they with them, not abusing them when they're with them, anything of that nature. If they are doing that, be grateful for when they do that. If it's every other weekend, if it's every other week, if it's every other month, if it's a here and a there, be thankful for that. Because not everybody have that. Some people have nothing. And sometimes it happens overnight. Sometimes it happens out of the blue. Sometimes you see it coming. But when you have nothing, the child suffer. So not only are you now suffering, you're forcing your child to suffer. Why? Because I had a temper and I just couldn't control it. Well, I had to speak my mind. You can speak your mind in a calm voice. You can speak your mind, and when a person says stop, stop it. Stop right now. If you still feel this way a few hours, days later, bring it back up. But just like when you can't take no more, you got to think about that other person. When they telling you, I'm at my breaking point, time out, I don't want to take no more, stop it. Wait. Hold on. Shh. It may be so hard, but your child will thank you in the long run. Your child will be grateful to be able to have two parents that co-parent and love them, because when they don't feel loved by each parent, it's possible for one parent to love a child, but it's harder. So when you have two parents loving the child the way the child wants to be loved, it was, God created it that way. So that's the way it's supposed to be. So that's why it's harder when it's one person loving the child, because I don't want to say it's a punishment, but it's God telling you, you was out of line. You didn't do something correctly. You gotta get back in line. Let me move you over. Scoosh scoosh. I just want mothers to know, petty is not what you want to do when you're co-parenting. Think of your child before you speak. Think of your child before you react. Think of your child before you have the thought of, I wish he, if you're a man and you're a single father and the mother is coming around here and there, I wish that person would just go away. Because that person is who you laid down with and made the child. We all know what happens when you lay down with a person unprotected. It's possible. There will always be a possible chance. So if you can't see that person being someone you can co-parent with, you shouldn't be laying down with that person. And you might be like me. You might be like, he was Jekyll and Hyde. He was like one way when we were doing it and another way after the child was born. It could happen. It could happen because I'm so serious. It happened. I'm like, who are you? But I'm sure he was saying the same thing about me, because this nice, innocent young lady turned into, I can't stand you. You getting on my nerves. What you gonna do about it? I wish you would. Where that nice girl go? That nice girl did not co-parent correctly. That nice girl was out the window. She had jumped 4 stories and was flatlined. But now she's back. She's getting her life corrected. She's getting her life together. And if I can do it all over again, yes, I totally would. Just like I stated before, I would think before I speak, think before I react, think about my child instead of my own feelings. Because now my child asks me, Mommy, where's Daddy? I don't know. Mommy, she calls him pick me up daddy. When is pick me up daddy coming? I don't know. Mommy, why can't I talk to daddy? I don't know. Mommy, can I try to call daddy? No answer. Yes. Child asks these questions, and as a mother, it's hard having to say, I don't know. I don't speak bad. I don't speak my thoughts. And I used to blame myself, but I no longer can blame myself, because Just like I made a choice to be petty, he made a choice not to come around anymore. Was his choice a part of my reaction? Maybe. But he still made a choice. All I can do is apologize for my choices. The older she gets, the harder the questions get. All I can do is apologize for my choices. I have to apologize for my choices. When she grows up and if she reaches out, that person has to apologize for their choices. But don't let it get there. Try to co-parent. If y'all don't say nothing to each other at all, cool. I got my time with my child. You got your time with your child. You ain't gotta say nothing. You don't have to say nothing to me. Nothing. If it don't have nothing to do with the child, you don't have to speak on it. And don't ask no silly questions about social security numbers, who's paying for what, child support. Handle that in a adult manner, not in an immature. Because immature people should not have children. Handle that in a adult, mature manner, and your child will thank you later.